Hey guys, what is up? Just No Freaking Way here, and today I'm bringing you some gameplay from the old version of KSP, version 0.13. And in case you didn't know, this is the free demo version that anyone can download from the store. And the reason I'm bringing you this gameplay is because I wanted to run an older mission, one that's no longer impossible in Kerbal Space Program, because the sun now has a surface in this mission. I just want to fly straight through the sun and see what wacky physics things happen. So, without further ado, let's let the gameplay run, and I'll explain things along the way. As you can see here, I cut out a ton of time. Well, basically what you missed in the meantime was me getting in a stable orbit around Earth and then expanding that orbit till I break it. Then I got a stable orbit around the sun, and now what I'm doing is I'm increasing that orbit, so the abscess is at a much higher distance, and I'm going to get around 51 million meters above the surface of the sun, and I'll show you that in a minute. Now, once I've gotten the apoapsis to about 51 million meters, I just have to increase time and wait to get there, which actually, as you can imagine, takes quite a while. I think it took around 35 minutes. So I will skip all that boring part and wait till we get there. So you guys will see me in a moment as soon as we're at the apoapsis. So I decided right now that we would be close enough to the apoapsis that it wouldn't make a whole hell of a lot of a difference. The velocity isn't changing much, the altitude isn't changing much, so I think this is where I'll stop. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going to reduce my velocity all the way down to 0, so I fall directly into the center of the sun. And because we're so far away from the sun, and because I made our apoapsis so far away, we actually got really slow, so we can actually save fuel and still get really far away from the sun by doing this. So in a minute, you'll see my velocity at 0, and you'll see the trajectory falling straight into the sun. So here that vertical trajectory is. You can see I've slowed myself down, so I'm falling directly into the sun, and I've actually increased time and let myself accelerate to about 1,000 meters per second. So we're falling directly into the sun at this point. And as you can imagine, as we get closer to the sun, the speed will increase. And I actually have fuel left in my tank, so that'll actually, because fuel's so heavy, it'll increase my velocity and the force of gravity on my sun exponentially. So actually the force of gravity acting on my rocket will be many times higher than it would if I ejected the tanks or if I emptied them out completely. So hopefully we'll get some good stuff out of this. So as you can see, we're now pretty close to the sun. Our velocity is actually pretty high. I'm not sure what it is right now because I'm not looking at the screen, but I'm sure you'll be able to see it. And you can see at a certain point we're not going to be able to warp at 10,000 times speed anymore. So that'll slow down, and we'll only go to 1,000, then 100, and then 50, etc. until we're getting closer to the sun by only 2 times warp. And you will see how fast our speed starts to go up, and it's really cool. Alright, here we go, the big moment. Our velocity is getting ridiculously high at this point, and we're about to go through the center of the sun. So I will let you guys witness what happens firsthand, and I will talk a little bit about it afterwards. Alright, so right there, we went right through the center of the sun, and then you saw the sun just fly away on the left. And basically that'll give you an idea of how fast we're going. And so apparently flying through the center of the sun destroyed our ship, and you can see those pieces vibrating wildly and flying next to us, and that's really cool. And you can see the sun actually going away, and this isn't at warp speed anymore, this is still at time 2 speed. So that'll just like give you an idea of how fast we're going right now. And right there I oriented myself so you can actually see the solar system, and right now that was at time warp 1 speed, or warp 2. We went all that distance, like even outside the orbit of the Earth, from the center of the sun all the way outside of the orbit of the Earth. So we are just flying right now. We are blazing out of there. Now, I'm not going to actually say the exact number because, again, I'm not looking at it, but the speed on our ship is around 511 million meters per second, which is well over the speed of light. That's like over 150% the speed of light. That's just ridiculous. Like, it's over 160% the speed of light. So we're just, that's, game-breaking physics. We're moving back in time right now. Just weird quantum, like, the implications of our actions I don't even want to get into. So, yeah, this is us moving faster than light. And of course, as usual, Jebediah is thrilled about it. So, not too long after recording that last part there, the game crashed on me because I tried to go back to time warp 0, and just, like, everything has gone to hell at this point. So, I'm sure you can figure that there was going to be things happening after we went faster than light, I'm sure you could figure that bad things would happen. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are having fun in KSP 0.16 and looking forward to KSP 0.17 coming out. I know I am. And I hope you guys check out my other videos. Just No Freaking Way out. Peace.